Hello, people. Welcome to it, man. This is another edition of In Conversation with Press. Today we are. I feel like a proud father. I feel like a proud father. I feel like a proud uncle. I feel like a proud brother, proud cousin. You know, I feel like this is something that we family members should celebrate. Because there's just a lot of talent. What I prefer to say is that it's fine. But anyway, welcome to it and thank you very much. Today we've got Bokamoso Nkunyane. Wow. Kisho today bako Nkunyane ba ituetse. They are happy that Mwanabone opalama ditaba. This the very day when he got that award, the very day hana sumulla khokwala. Kisho kaitsure hagere kisho many people especially Batswana but maybe okay, let me say it like this. I'm definitely sure. Horobana ba ituetse. Hey, Edward.
Siamela pa. How are you?
Kisho ke nnela ke go bitsa ke Edward.
Ke le rati na le yo man.
But letting le mo bukeng.
Mara ke le rati but it's fine ina la ka la sekgowa.
But anyway, thank you very much, bro. We have been waiting for conversation here for sebaka se stelile tota. Re ipotsa hore ya go diragale a me gone tla direga. But I'm happy hore ya diragala finally because if we tell like tse we batho ba ipotsa hore since o beile Bokamoso kwa o rotla bua le ene khante no bua le le Bokamoso.
Yeah, it's been long time, as I've been so busy, as a creative person. But I think I'm happy that Mukhai. It's my first time getting this platform Mukhai. Ke acknowledgement in Zikuntle, Omahati. So untrile motlo repress to be here because it's my first time to get acknowledged where I come from in Taung. It's very rare, and I'm very delighted to be here.
No, well, it does not matter how it starts, but as long as it starts, possibly Morachase, you will receive a lot of people who want to talk to you.
Yeah.
So now, Bokamoso, your name reflects the future.
Yeah.
And sometimes Hari Yiti, sometimes Rayiti. But Bokamoso ke man, Bokamoso if you were to describe Bokamoso to somebody who who is Bokamoso?
Yeah, repress. I would say to someone who doesn't know me, Bokamoso is someone from Taung, born and bred, Konomorwane. I was raised by my mother, Bokamoso Nkunyane, even my father, Watiti, Temurivala, Kimwana. Growing up as a young person, I always be like opportunistic person, always like challenging myself to do better in life. Ke hodile ka confidence especially from primary, especially high school. Ko sempose ke le mwana o ratang go challenge as a person, ke le ka go lekeletsa, but ntwe eng kgodiseng thata ke poetry. Poetry became bokwadi, poetry became spirituality to me because sometimes repress, we have to differentiate between talent and passion. For me, I think poetry for me is a talent, but it tend to be passion. Because I have to heal people, I remember Bokamoso Isago, my mother nankwa ampelega ko hospital until I get le Diane ke ngwana wa badimo, she told me that I was like yet Bokamoso mare, but my upbringing it was not easy because my other name is Zwelenzima. You were born in a struggle, I remember 2000 when I was born. It was not easy like now, but about today. But it doesn't matter where you come from as a person, but what matters is Bokamoso, future. So I think for me as a young person, I always tell people you are the one who determine your future as a person. So
I love the fact that you're mentioning your struggles mo botshelo. What are those struggles tse o feel because I understand your life was not as rosy as maybe motho a ka kopana le wena mo tseleng a bare yo ene o godile soft deal. Just take us back to kgolo ya gago hela or mo o goletseng teng because I love the fact that gore o goletse ko number 1.
Yeah, ke goletse ko number 1, but most of my time ke goletse gape le ko Rival, you know, in my father's side. I was raised by my grandmother. When I was growing up, there was no electricity, so re ne re kgotsa molelo. So my grandmother told me that it doesn't matter how many gender roles, tshwanetse le na o bereke as mosimane, o tsene o kolomake o free. You know, sometimes my mother used to come and my father they badule ko Rustenburg. They used to leave me and I was crying why ba ntlogela, and they are coming just to see me for 2 minutes. But I understand sometimes you need to be independent. You must be in a place where you feel like almost struggling, but you're not struggling. Modimo wa itse go be in that situation. But when I was there, I was like, I mean, why ke le mona ke struggle ke khotsa modilo ke a khonye. But later on I godile no yana at my age, I realized that struggle that I was heavy, it didn't say in Kodisa interest until I get by the person I am today. Yeah.
Jero, I love how you mentioned Honosana Muzakas.
Yeah.
For a writer, o se ke se lemogileng ke gore bakwadi ba le bantsi ga ba simolola se ba godile. Ba simolola ka bondinya. Because we normally think bokwadi bo simolola ka se se kwalang. Ga te bo simolotse ka
yeah, that's true.
So for wena how lebeletse, because I understand o ka tlo lebetse tse ding go simolotse yang for o nne le kgatlhego mo go kwala, because it's not ha se bana ba le bantsi ba ka focusa mo go kwala.
Bokwadi, like I said, press, I think bokwadi bo very spiritual, bona le bodimo mo teng, every talent na le bodimo mo teng. But ke ne ke sa dule sege ma ke ne ke na le something inside where you must do this thing. But before I became a writer, I became a poet. You can't be a writer without being a poet. So, you know, one of my late brother, he was a poet at university. Before he went to university, he told me that before he died, until you can't be a poet or sena bokwadi, say author. So I had to write. So buka ka ya sheets of emotions ke ne ke re ka mogopola ka yone, because he was very sick, but before a tlhokofala o ntile mahoko, o itse mahoko a motho ha bua tshwanetse wa tse serious. You can't be a poet or say author. So for me, start to write, it was something else. I didn't expect myself to be a writer, but I knew that one day I must tell my story through writing, through doing poetry. But bokwadi wa botsalelwa ga o tshego fela go nna mokwadi, bokwadi wa botsalelwa, and e dula ntse le mo goeda. But I went to workshops, especially mo taung. Buka ka ya ntla ke kwala ene la Khansetlhapi, which is here ke kwadile, but it was workshop. I think we were more than 30, but tsile batho ba 12 fela. So there's always a competition when it comes to writing. Rena le bo Professor Sole, he was one of the Setswana professor ko Northwest University khale kwa. Rena le bo KN Molebalo a le na le Retshepo Poniso o tswa teng mo tangulele ke mokwadi o utsegaleng thata. So re ne re trainiwa go kwala. After re tsa go trainiwa, we get an opportunity to write a poem or maybe a short story. But ke kodile poem ya Khosi Kgolo ke ne ke motlotla Khosi Mankuwane. And I remember I was at Ko University ko Maike, and I got a call, bare congratulations, you are part of top 12 who made it to a book. I was very happy. It was my first time being an author, and I got a certificate from Setswana sa rona Indigenous Institution, where I think it's around Northwest, and they recognize young people who write in Setswana. So I was like, wow, I can do this thing. Repress bokwadi ga se ntho e kwalang ga wane fela, buka e wane fela, because you must keep writing in order to nourish what is inside. Yeah.
Wow. So hey, it's amazing, man. Dilo tse di bo simolola ka tseleng jang di feletsa ile dilo tse lore batho ba le bantsi ba go ba mo lenteng go na le bashaba le bantsi that I know. Ba ile gore bontsi ba bone ka go foka lesego ba swa ka se le mo teng ga bone, because they never had an opportunity o kneeling leon or on leon. Now how kwala buka ya gago ya ntla kgang tsa tlhaping ke yone
yeah
kgang tsa tlhaping ke utla ore ono boka mankuruane
Yeah.
kara yaanong go na le bo mankuruane which mankuruane
Ke ne ke boka Tshepo, like ke mitsa kgosi kgolo, like ke mo celebrate as a king, and yeah, even his struggles o tswa kae wa kae, so yeah.
so kgosi o ile a e bona buka
Ga sa e bona, ke itse a o e bone, ke sa itse a ga sa e bone buka eo.
o bua ka kgosi bo sa mmontshe buka Bokamoso, like this is something, this is an achievement. I don't think there's a lot of people who have recited or even written
Yeah.
poems for the king man, because it is a must for I born. What is the plan? Because I can see ka mo go bukeng ya mo 4 ya to kola ya mo 4 kgosi ga ise ya itse buka.
Yeah.
What's the plan?
I think to get hold of Kosi, it's not easy, but I should make time because most of my time I'm not here in Tagu. But I think it's a high time for an Ibone because I wrote him a poem that it's not just a poem. It's a poem that it's an buke. Kana buke e ga se buka fela, ke buka e ne a tlhotlhobiwa ke baitse dikwalo tota ba Setswana. O tsene te mo bukeng ewa gona le di professor, like I said, Professor Lesore ke mo thotseng Setswana tota. So when they were selecting people who can be part of the book, they were just selecting people best of the best, cream of the cream. So I was like, yeah.
So it's so saying you are the best, you are cream of the cream.
Yes, I could say that. Yeah.
I love that. So this book, Khansa Taping, it was written, how many pages? 116. Oh, yes. Wow. And it's written purely in Setswana.
Setswana ke bana ba mo Taung from different perspectives as writers. And it's very fascinating gore at least I'm part of the book that ke mo Taung. Ha go te book ya mo Taung ke mo teng. Because book e re ne le bantsi mo workshop I think there was 3 days workshop, but they choose the best of the best, not to brag, but in life there's a competition indirectly or directly, but they can't just take everyone and amount of book. The quality, not quantity.
Just take somebody like Pressure. Hey, I don't know space. How about the connection?
The connection. Even nepotism might be making more bukwadi.
I love how he's blowing it. But anyway, this is a book that actually sort of proved to you, boy, you've got the ability.
Yeah.
Yaho Emale, because I'm sure for somebody like Professor to assess this book and thumbs up, it must mean a lot to you.
Yo, Kasimale
Yes.
Kana moto ke expect Setswana. We did Setswana. Like he is the person who came with the terminologies, the proverbs. He's a person from university. So he's better than me. You know. I was like Modimo Mogolo. I always put Modimo because Modimo Mogolo, without me there's no gift. Without God there's no gift. So it was my first time getting acknowledgement to be a co-author of this wonderful book. Ever since that day, I was like, I will never stop.
Mariano, because you might think Setswana, but most of mafoko a rona a tlhakantswe the English words, the affluence. You must be very, very talented for you to have a dialect, Setswana, like to be able to even put it on paper. I'm sure you had to work very hard to achieve that level of profession in Setswana.
Setswana sena le jealous nyana, because Setswana, when it comes to the rules of writing Setswana, sena le lot of things. There's other things you have to check how you write Setswana. Ha se Setswana se re se bua, gona Setswana sa buka, you know. Batho ba ntse ba umaka ba re you don't just write. Ha o tloge fela go kwala Setswana, sena le jealous nyana. So for me, I think, you know, reading a lot, you can't be a writer or sabali. And I think you can't be in the same situation where you're in the same place. You must go to other places and learn. Because I learn a lot about the place and I learn about different dialects. So when I was in Mafikeng, I got a chance to learn about more of Setswana. But jaga ke motho rata Setswana, ha ntse ba botlhogopuswa ba dutse ya gona le diphitlho gona le everything. Ke rata go ithuta, ke ba reetsa, ke rata go botsa thata. I'm very person who like to ask questions. Or ha le buana. So I think o ithuta Setswana ga o ithuta motho ba itseng Setswana ba tlhaloganyang puo e tswa kae botlhokwa ba Setswana. I also get a chance to ke bereke le Re Sabata Mpho Sabata elene ke ko university ya I think Soplak. Yeah, he's there ke no dilang ka Setswana kwana. You know, as a person, especially what Setswana, you need to have experts and mentors. You can't be someone or sana di mentor, especially Setswana. So you must have people that you look up to. You must read a lot of Setswana books so that you can able to be a different author. How to fela author, you must read. So different dialects of Setswana.
Wow. I think he's giving the roadmap to everybody who wants to be a writer. It's very, very important for you to read. If you want to write books in English, focus on that. Read a lot of English books. If you want to write books as Zulu, for I don't know why, but you know, if you want that, read isiZulu and so forth. But it's very, very important for a person to reach a level of competency. So I love how you have explained it in a way that requires you to know people.
Yeah.
We will about to consult. Don't just be in an island, do know one fella. Now, we're talking somebody who went through the process. What was one thing that your mentors, because I know you have a lot of that you think this stayed with me. You know what, focus on this. What was one thing you were this thing
yeah, I think one of the Papa Untilenyalo, Professor Sole, I think he retired now. Untilare. Obana Botlami, Bokwadi, bo very special. And as a the author, Renali power, rebadim, we like gods. We can kill the character, we can make a character to be rich or maybe poor. So I think all of us, we are writers and we are poets, just that we can't find the storytelling to get to that point. Kana molomongwe ha bua ka bosolo jwa gagwe o tswa ka the struggle. You are a storyteller. So they told me that you start somewhere, you must start somewhere. And le bona go ba itle go ba lente my mentors. It's not easy, but only in that picture you made it, they don't understand where you come from as a person, your struggles, and how did you overcome them. So they told me that you must be consistent in whatever you're doing, and you must able to you can't create you can't be innovative as people, especially young people. So they told me that just look around and like where I come from. So they told me about consistency. Be consistent and sometimes even the Bokwadi, I think sometimes it's a spiritual journey for you as a person. So the Bokwadi is like Wabongaki. How to feel because Bokwadi because how kwala you lose a lot of friends, even family, you lose them, most of them, because you lose everything. The lady Mbuka, yeah, polygamist, the one that is famous now. Yeah. I just forget her name. She had to choose between her 9-to-5 job and writing. So one of the power of writing is very spiritual. So ana khodisa bana yana sunyat ha khodisa bana ke the struggle o batla go kwala bosigo batla go kwala gape ke spani ko merekong ha itse she can't choose between the two, but at the end Bokwadi ba wina because Bokwadi is something else. So now she made it on Netflix. So it means writing is not just writing, it's something that is deep, you know, because she said she was struggling about a lot of things, struggles, but today she made it through just writing, because she wrote things that as South Africans we are dealing with, but some of things we don't want to talk about them. When I say Bakwadi, we go deeper, and when I Bakwadi, we don't care about your feelings. For now, especially as a writer, I'm also a GBV activist. I write a lot about GBV, because GBV, I think we Tamsagit. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, what you are saying is it's critical.
Yeah.
But before there was something that I wanted to ask you. But before I ask you that, making money from being an author, I've met a lot of authors in my time. It's not very easy, especially in a time where technology is like hitting the sky high, and there's just a lot of AI. People are now writing books with AI.
Ish.
How does the future look for Bokamoso in regards to everything that is happening right now?
You know, I think AI, somehow we have to live with it. Your net thing is going to be there, you know. But ibolaya talent. Because no yana how tlaka o kwadile buka from scratch. Motho gona o kwala buka ka AI. Some people they make songs through AI. But the reality is that when they have to perform them is something else. Because it's not your way. No, I give you this hell. I'm just saying it's one level quad.
Yes.
You know, when it comes to writing, like I said before when I was talking here, is a spiritual thing. How kwala buka jaki kwa ni buka na kupa marama, I featured one of the girl udirile ngwana ko young girl from Rustenburg. Bokwadi bo na le that theme man wa bona ga motho o kwadile ke ne o kwadile o ntsha maikutlo a gago jaka o le mo ke go le author. AI is good, but it's killing us. It modify the art in you. Khona go bona motho a kwadile ka AI la motho a kwadile ka elena kwadile a gona di feelings mo AI. AI dire di feelings ha e batlo feel ka re no ke batla o dire emotional poem e na bona. So as writers ya affect the AI because but I think everyone is becoming an author no yana how to write an author lil. So e khabata gona as people with talent. But one of the people that I sold my book to ba rata hard copy.
Oh yeah.
From me as a person, I agree most people but like no bomb person coffee but bala mo solo online okay hona bothata but most people ba rata talent ba appreciate that they'll want your book. And yeah.
No, so to cut you short. I remember, man, there used to be a time when a writer would have to go away, stay for days. Some of them will say, banale, what you call the writer's block. Posatry nicks in a moment. O dutse ka laptop or a dutse ka pen ya re o simolla go kwala fitlhelele gore ga go tswe nicks. That's how deep you need to dig. That's how deep you need to go for you to access that genuine writership. You need to go down that dark alley. But they can't put it on paper. How easy was it for you? And let's start with this one. Let me see this one.
Yeah, Shades of Emotions.
Shades of Emotions.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to write this book, and what is this book about?
Hey, Shades of Emotions. Because I lost my friend. And you can't be a poet or say author.
So this was your brother?
Yeah, he was my brother from university. We did the same course, and he died because of sickness, and I couldn't go and bury him. Natali was a Zulu guy, so we used to perform together. We were like abapilis, we were the healers. Okay. So when we were known poetry, we were like a duo performing together. And he died, that is the sad part about poets. But we as poets, we multiplied. So, but when I wrote that book, it was a very straightforward. It's not easy to write the book. But wait, it's easy, man. I had to take more than 4 months. The reason why sometimes people just write for fun, but us, we have to write so that the message can be delivered to the people. So when I was writing, I was like, how book you must read it. My first poem when I was writing, I had to read it. Like what I'm going to tell the people, what I'm saying, Shades of Emotions. Why Shades of Emotions? So Shades of Emotions is about we as people behind the closed doors, we have different emotions. And sometimes we fake how we feel about certain things. So in this book, Shades of Emotions, I'm a GBV activist because I realize in South Africa we don't talk about this thing like in a deeper detail because Rabua today, today, especially Basadi Lebana, Kamusho, we move on with life. We don't take it seriously. And I wrote about even us as people, I always motivate. When I write poetry, I always motivate people. One of my poem where you left the door opened and there's today going to complain because that opportunity to get it. Now you never go to that door to get inside. So that book, when I wrote it, it was not easy because that one is my book, Kilo One. I see the co-author, really other authors. So I had to write, I think it was 50 poems, and it was very deep. All my poems are very deep because I read about reality. I don't sugarcoat. No, but deep. So I was very deep to details. And I wrote a poem for my friend, Losing an Angel. So it took me a lot of years, not years, months, but I wanted to not just to write a book just for fun, but to give people message. People ba compliment, like your poem is very good, your book is good, your poems are good. I was like, I don't write this thing for money, but for the people.
Yeah. I think this one is called Shades of Emotions. It's by Bokamoso Nkunyane, and this is one of the books that he wrote himself. Not the one that he combined with other authors. I think this one has got an authentic feel to it. In the friend story. So possibly, if you want this book, at the end of this video, we'll tell you how to get it. If it's something that you can connect with. If you are a poet, then you can connect with this book. Make sure that you do not miss that one at the end. And then there's another one. Wait, let me get another one. Yeah, I wanna one more time around we told GBV. That is GBV on your kids. If I say you love this one, this one. And Kuba Marama Kipina ya Pego. What is this about?
Kuba Marama Kipina Pego. You know, that book. About every year from DSEC nationally and ANAFASA, it's academic, non-academic thing, they give you a call for every people in South Africa to apply, to send their manuscripts. And if a committee from different languages in South Africa, so they choose the best manuscripts. Why? I don't know why these people, they like to do competitions when it comes to poetry, but it's fine. I understand. So last year, I get enough for this. One of my brother, Remo Juta, now he's a doctor now. He's a doctor. He's a historian. Abampa link. I was not even there. I apply. So I had to write the manuscript. Kupamarama is my part of the book. Pinapelo, it was another manuscript for the girl. So what they do, they choose the best manuscripts. So they combine it. So Kupamama ke Pinapelo. Kupamarama is like the other things that we don't talk about as people, secrets. So Kupamarama ke Pinapelo. How tshetse mo molomo sa buisepe. Mo pelong ya bua pelo, bua ka pelo. Hona go te bua ka pelo. Ona le dilo man, like ona le spirit. Ha ba go bua. So it dulantse a song to a heart. So I got my email from Department of Arts and Culture. I think it was last year, around August. Congratulations, you're part of the manuscript. But I think you were 21 or that thing. This is one of the biggest achievement. So I went to Pitori, ko Unisa. There I met my mentor, Retse Poponiso, the one that he was the one who was doing this book. And what he said to me, I'm proud of you. I was like, it's very important to have role models where we come from. Because without him, be part of this DSEC. So DSEC for me, Department of Arts and Culture, became one of the huge thing for me. Because this one is I also got an award from Minister of Arts and Culture, Gayton Mackenzie, Umpila Award, acknowledged as one of the language author, Setswana language author. Gayton, he signed the award. I was very happy. Because I'm not a poet. I'm a Setswana language author. I don't claim. Yeah,
I see most of your poems in this book that I've perused through have got like 4 or 5 stanzas.
Yeah.
And they're not so long. How important is it for you to just maybe keep them the way that you had?
I think you must be straight to the point. Some people get bored. You write a lot of things, paragraphs. Mara, how na meaning? Oban la go how kwala poem. You must have a meaning. Go na batho ba kgona go kwala poem tse dintsi. Go tswana le go di-exam, le ga kwala di-exam. Some learners, they can write more than 8 paragraphs. Mara sena sepe, sa kwala sepe. Ma go na go kwala 4 paragraphs, ana le meaning. So for me, ke rata go ba straight to the point. Bolela motho story sa gago, introduction. Like my first poem, I think is Kupa Marama. So Kupa Marama, ki bua like this is kind of a GBV poem. Nandi ke mosadi na ntse sa bua sa batla go bua selelo sa gagwe mo tlong go diragala yang. So ne ke re no man, talk, bua. Ke motlhala. Sometimes I get batho, I always say myself I'm the voice of the voiceless. But wa emetse go na re ba bolelele gore ra itse go in your household certain things are happening but you can't tell us. Mina ke tla bolela ka poko. And o tlo mfila na ke tsa go bolela ka poko gore this guy o bua le nna.
Yeah, o tlo mfila. But I remember you said something. There was a time where we would be given the essay ko skolo. I will never forget this. I'm taking the poor. I remember we were asked to write about a certain topic. So whenever I write, sometimes I would feel I don't know what is it that I'm writing. And then the teacher said, when wakwala, it's okay, wakwala. But you get to the point once you fit. So you feel like a whole 10 paragraphs before I can say, this is what you asked me to write on. So I'm picking from that to say when you go straight to the point. But Kupamarama Kibinayatil, I wanted to say this is a powerful, I think this is the name that speaks a lot of volumes. But whenever I see, you might miss it. But for the fact there's a lot of things that and most of especially in our families, we sort of in the period.
Yeah.
Again, that has killed a lot of people. But anyway, Kupamarama Kipinaya Pelo. Apparently, this is his favorite book. I gave him 2 books. He gave us 2 books that he wrote himself, and this is last born. Yeah, why you worrying?
Not really. It's like because there's other. Ewani ya Mavoso has ki print out. Just that this is a copy in my phone. Yeah, Mavoso. Ewani is a special copy that I got from Bua Poetry. So I had to be part of it, but ki copy Dr. Peter from University of Northwest Marco Poch. So I wrote a poem, Street of Josie, on that book. But the sad part of the books, they always do competition. I don't know why. So my poem, Street of Josie, it was reviewed by Stellenbosch and UNISA. And they agreed, okay, sharp, poet. And funny part, I was the only student from Univo to go to Poch. And there was other students from Val and Poch. So it was like, I'm the first one from my Mafikeng campus to go to Poch to be part of this book and a book launch. So for me, I think Bukwad is a storytelling because the Street of Josie, how can you like a Street of Josie? Osa yatamo Josie. Can you matama can na kya tsile Josie? Because I was like, Tamile kukhaya ke bua le buti, no brother with me. I took it back with no compassion. Kya go Josie. I get another Josie, I get one flats, arrosing. I was very happy. Eme fela 2 minutes ake batla thusho ka bampatla madi in advance. So after 2 minutes I get no man, I don't have to be in this place. So I'm telling you the story about the Street of Josie. Learn how say it's Josie olokumagai ubra khona Josie ke bona ntsi ya. So yeah, that's the case.
What I love about the writers, they introduce you to a place that you've never been.
Yeah.
I remember there was a moment in my life where I thought Gauteng is just gold on whenever you leave, where you walk, and that is how powerful a writer is. That's why you guys have given yourself the titles of being Badimu, and you get to change and you get to drive a certain narrative. ka matshelo a batho. Now, before ke ba buke fatshe, are we able to get this book?
Yeah, that one you're able to get it. That one ke 200 tiwa. Kupa mara ke pina pelo. O bona even the cover ya go bolela gore motho ke lo wa smile holo mare this side ke masho is dark. Go tle ke na re I think people are hypocrites, most of them. Ha ke re batho ke di hypocrites, is like I think you smile. Mara wa itse go tlile botlhoko, bosigo wa lela. Motshegare o tshega le batho. So I don't know. Sometimes we hide our true identity as people. We don't have to show reboma our real character. So to get this sane sa re motho ga itswe senaga. Mene ma show pelo it's hair. You know, I think tshwanetse re be careful about friends we choose and people that we choose because batho ga ba tshepagale.
Yeah.
Because lone ya bua gore motho na le ene gompione le lutsi lotlhe ka moso bosigo wa fetoga. Yeah, that's the reality of people. Yeah. So kupa mama ke pina pelo.
Kupa marama ke pina ya pelo. Ka Setswana if you were to direct translate it, you would say that the secret is the song. It's a heart song. So you get this book if this is 200 rand. If you want to read poems, man, I love how clean this book is. You know, like you just go into it. But before I put it down, I need you to choose one poem from that book that speaks to you.
Yeah.
Or feel like you can recite it now.
Yeah, ke le balele.
Yes.
Gona le ke ratang thata. Ga itse why. I would sometimes le gona bakwadi we read a lot about our lives, you know. And people don't notice. You must be smart in order to get you know.
Yeah. Well, I think it will take somebody that knows you very well.
So e gona le ke kwadileng ya emo page 4 ya Bokamoso. You know, Bokamoso ke le ngole le very deep and people are ga ba tse Bokamoso bone serious. Everyone na le future mare future is mula no yana. Whatever that you wish in future, we start now. Yes. Don't say in future but ish hankapi. So ya re bosa bosile tsatsi le tlhabile. O kumelang ka matlhaba phefo le bone lesedi ntsha matlho le bone magama a moso a ramela letsatsi la ramele le santsi le tlhabile more mogolo go betlwa wa taola wa motho wa ipetla o gobaletseng tsoga ga go kgomo ya boroko selemela ka thata o itireletsa Bokamoso. So yeah, e bua lo yena se motho.
Wow. Yeah, right. He's also a motivational speaker because I think that poem was a direct instruction of what is it that you need to do with your life.
Yeah.
So if you want this book, make sure that you continue watching up until the end of this episode. We're going to make sure that we leave his contact details so that you can have the book in your, I think you also Korea.
Yeah.
Yes. So now we're going into the awards now.
Yeah.
So one of your posts, Maloba Ore, if somebody would have told me that back now, I would be I look, you.
Yeah.
I would be an award-winning author. I would not have believed. Tell me about that. How was it like? Just going to the feeling of you knowing. Okay, let's go. Well, obviously, first you need to know the preparations. What was going through your mind when you found out, Hore, Luena, you are part of the people? In line to win an award. It's not easy winning an award in South Africa. It's not
easy in South Africa.
Musicians are complaining, actors and actresses are complaining. How about authors? With so many authors that we have, we've got professors in this building. So, how was it like for you to have that feeling earlier, Hore?
You know, Lena sometimes you put I can't number. This is me. You know, you question yourself as a person. But yeah, that post like if you would 10 years back or today I will be a multi-award winning author. Again, I will think that you are dreaming. But I think I want to win an award in South Africa. I was nominated for it. I didn't know the person who nominated me, but 100 shining stars across the South Africa. They choose 100 people out of 4,000. And when I felt like nominated, I always tell people lekgetlo le go ipa magetla a re tlola di-epilepsy tsa di-nurse sometimes re tlhole re ke tla re ke mokwadile mara ke tsena mo building ke batla go ka etsa batho ke mokwadi. Humble yourself. Don't prove to us o mokwadi re tla bona ka tiro ya gago. So na tiro ka ya mperekela ya mpuelela ke ntse ke claima ke rena I'm the best. Tiro ka mpuelela. So this person nominated for getting that award, yeah. I think in the community where I come from, I give back in the part of arts and culture, through writing, through poetry. So I was nominated as 100 Chinese stars in South Africa, and I got a lot of awards. And I was like, yo, Mudim, but preparing to get an award, you must start in your room and start writing the best books, start writing, consulting people, do better. Sometimes it's batla from other people who feel like on pride, but we need to go back to people that they know better than us. Not say they know better than us, but they've been there in the situation. So for me, I think we need collaboration. I love collaboration. I don't know why. Most of the people that I did poetry with them, especially live performance, I agree sometimes in life we're not in the same levels, but maybe we're not happy lenyana. You don't look baba go classy. How about go classy when now you made it? Ke ba tsa baba go classy ba ke ba na exposure. Ke re mana tlo ke go tsenya mo dilo o kry platform. So for me, I think it's about my work that made me to get awards, and I'm grateful for keep writing and doing poetry, because I always tell people when I'm in the room when I do poetry, maybe perform me a poem. I do a poem like it's my last performance, because you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. And but what about the opportunity? But tell me that corner, this guy, I got like performance, Ali, you'll make things happen. So now I'm always humble. That's why these awards, when they come, I know I deserve the award. And the award that I won is not for me, it's for the community where I come from, Kotaung, Konomorani, and I'm not West, because I represent the whole nation, especially when it comes to poetry. Because sometimes, yes, the certificate and the awards, the moment
So where's the award? Like, where is it? You were supposed to come.
I supposed to come with them, but when I came to here, because you called me that time where I must come, and I was already coming to town, and I was like, hey, moralo no tletse
Kind of summer award, huh?
yeah, and you did about it so didn't it yeah. So yeah.
Okay, no, didn't Bokamoso.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. But what happens to you when you look at those awards? Do they make you feel like you've arrived, or you need to still work very hard because you've raised the bar?
Yeah, I think every time when I get to my room, they are there on the halls. But I think I'm not far, but I'm in the middle. But I think I should go back to the community and uplift the young people, young poets, young authors, because there's a lot of talent, especially Kudi high schools the primary. But for me, I think I achieved a lot. Taking me back from 10 years, it will be like, this guy today an author, and not just an author, award-winning author. So I think the awards, the motivator, we must keep writing. And we must be grateful for what we got, because there's a lot of people that nominate for the awards. Others, they want to be part of it, but they choose the cream of the cream. I would say that. Yeah.
So you have to be ready all the time in regards to what is that you want to achieve. There is no greater way to prepare than to keep busy. A lot of people will see you doing what you're doing. They'll think now you're going to take time to get to where you're going. And you were not even aware. These books are going to be here forever. Forever. Right? Because the people are about 1889.
Yeah.
But they are still there because of the substance that they carry. Just because you were bought, it does not have that kick. But we are happy that you did an enormous thing for people who are very, very young. I met a lot of people some time ago who wanted to write, but they couldn't. And I don't know if I could call him a friend. Yeah, he's also an author. Let me just call him somebody I know, Edwin. He's also an author. And I've seen the struggles of writing through him. I know he wrote 2 books. I know how much he struggles to get that thing out of him and to put it in paper, and how much it costs him to sort of pay for the publishers and for the distributions. So it's a lot, and those are the things you must share with people, so that when they get into something like this, they know exactly what they're getting into. The challenges of publishing.
Disclaimer bagolo, di author ga dina madi ra sotlega. Ya bona ga sotlega batho ba rena madi. We are very poor. People bana le perception ya go ha kwa dile buka ona le madi, you made it in life, and which is wrong. Ke maka fela. So there's other, I think people must also read when it comes to contracts. Hey, that rebita man. There's a self-publishing and there's a traditional publishing. People must differentiate between the two, because yes, you're not gonna do anything. The author will market everything. But when it comes to royalties, the badulans are rebita man. Rebita. And you can't say anything. These clauses and what. Sometimes I talk say if because some of the books maybe I can adapt to film whatever. As a publisher, or just something. Most of the people banally that thing, the motivation to write books, but others they got scammed on the way by the publishers. So banally that thing, what if the man wang scammer? And I had other rumors, other authors in my phone, but they don't trust this author, this publisher. Because some publishers get scam, man. Kabane man di buka zabon. How would you really buka mukho? We print the buka zeted. Or about somewhere in 6 months, or body deliver go. So for me, as someone who's been there, I know places, I know other things. So I think you must find the right publishers. And have a good relationship with them. And one of my book of emotions get published someone from Free State, Facebook. I think Mochai there are other publishers. But it's fine. I remember this, I won't mention the names. This person at Lamukon Rotly were in the Raza, Maribana Mochai. Kantare, what like 10,000 Hudirabuka, I publish, I did everything. Now, what then 10,000, take 10,000. Lahana fella bra press. So, Babaro Naras Peter at some idea. So I met someone from Free State. Lahana fella get was not best. Because of Renalebu greedy about Hamuchai. I read about what she way. Wabona Gimanamchai, so call a watch. Because what now get published book at 10,000. Nahana like about 10,000. So I got someone from Free State, my first publisher. That guy, he was very lenient from Mohona. My first book he published a special. I think it was 600.
No, wait.
This book, 600.
Wait. You published a book, a full-blown book with covers and everything. Come again?
600 special. And I can't tell about the SBN, and tell about the cover can I direly, this book ya Shades of Emotions. I want to tell I think Amazon, Amazon book. I think I did everything. I edit.
Come again?
600. Can you special? 600. I paid 600 for this book.
Okay. So sharp. Okay. Let me correct. Any special?
Yeah.
Normally we did a book.
Normally, highest most specially 1,000. That's a category. 1,000 there, 1.8. Marine is not that bad.
From 10,000 to
from 10,000 from 10,000 to 1,000. Nakana fela. Rechaka logic yanu. Ese mwana mo izamela. So and mo buke yena ka Shades of Emotions. Kena le copyright you wotle yaka. I guess sometimes e khona go publisher buka le motho le publisher. Yes. Mare how khona go print outside.
Yes.
Tshwantse o buele ene pele. Tshwantse o ise go go ene pele print a je madi ka buka gago.
And sometimes you don't even know
di teng tlosetse wa bolela no, you can't go to other printer or printer buka e tshwantse e printwe ke ene, and how e printwa ke ene ke mao ja madi ke ena as a publisher. So ona o imphile copyright yotlhe ke aka ha ke batla go printa buke kana ka re printa go Cape Town ke go printa go Cape Town Jozi ke print ga ke buile ene bile publisher ke re mna ka tla publisher buka ya because o imphile copyright yotlhe ke aka. So sometimes ya re shege di copyright gona ni percentage bo di royalties di teng kong o tsena ela mo silonyela ha go batla go buka mme ke buka rekwa ke department a ba re no ke batla 40% ya booking ya gago e bila ba batla 40%, they always ask for more than the author. When originality has stories how those squadile it's nothing.
Wow. Hey man, I'm still shaken by the amount.
No.
We don't understand the business behind that 10,000. But I will say it's a lot. Eh?
No.
It's a lot. There are groups which I would love people to join.
Yeah.
There's another one I don't Imakifights.
Yeah.
It's a group that is
Club.
Yeah. Are you part of any book club?
Yeah, I'm part of it. In Grooming alone, I'm part of it, and some of the people from that book club, they're part of this book. They're part of this book. Like Tifon Telang is part of it. Kimwanako Manokwan as one of the greatest writers, you know, and other writers. Powerful powerful.
Yeah, we wish we could have done the same thing. We are currently running a competition with Chef B. We would have loved to buy and give away. Possibly we would buy it. I am saying Aski Chekele accounts. But I am officially this is going to be a book that I'm buying for my viewers. So I'm buying this book for 200 Rand. And I'm going to be giving it away as part of the things that we do here at Conversation with Press. This is a book not because Kimwana Mokhai, but when I go through there are certain things that you can clearly see, oh wow, okay, this one will tell me stories. And and I'm very good Kasetwan.
Yeah.
So it's part of the books that I'm going to be reading, and I'm going to be giving it away after Kifetsaho Ebala. I'm going to be giving it away as my token of appreciation. Kingwana Mokhai, and he managed to do some things that we thought were very, very difficult in some years, especially for Bokamoso Nkunyane. Mostly Gibo Malome, Libo Rakhadi, Libo Mawa, certain things like these ones. So he's got his head in the right place, and we are appreciative of the fact that we got legally lemela. Some of us will struggle, the Africans, but we are happy that he wrote this book. So I'm happy for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, lastly, you when we started, you said the university has taken you places. Tell us about the journey of the university. How did it take you to where you want to be?
Yeah. Thank you for that question. I think, university, it makes us as people. When I was in Taune, past years, I had that feeling of making it in life, but my question is that I was very into my comfort zone. When you are in an environment where people, they smoke every day, they drink every day, you tend to be part of them. So as a person, you need to leave your comfort zone. So when I got to university, I learned that there's a lot of opportunities. Potential, they give away the opportunities. So for me, I think my first opportunity that I got from university was about Bua poetry, the book that I wrote with the university. And when I was in the first year of university, I was like, hey, can you get the opportunity, man? I like to perform on an event for 2 minutes, I think, and I left. They say a good dancer, he knows when to leave the stage. Don't be too much. So but perform. o nna le bone o dutse le bone gape man it's a serious man so I always take myself like someone who's going to be one of the biggest author international. You must act now. O ipona o le mo display o le spotlighting. So I was like ke tsena mo performance 2 minutes ka nyelela that man o kae o that man 2 minutes you know in life you must create a platform for yourself for certain time and you leave and after that get to create a platform I didn't know you're not going to university I get the platform ba mfounela ba ntrela di email e mona ga go batla mfita you know why they saw my work ga o tlohela o tla re wena o bokamoso o kotsi you must create a picture in people's minds imagination ma ga ntse di mane and ever since ke etsa go create a platform for myself ka ke tla ke dira di platform se se ke batla 2 minutes ke sharp ka ba tla mo go nna yana e ba go bonko poto go perform and na go ne sa ba charge I don't charge them you know why I'm smart people when they see you they're going to refer to good people that are good people that want to take you far so how but when you batla mad some people they love money not art do art money will come money will follow you if it has to follow you so nna ke dira art ka pelo man ka bojotle ba ka so performer so there was this time I think 2023 when I was performing it was like every weekend every day ke na le performance wa bukiwa him na go batla fit and get sa go ja gana ke yes ke available I was available for everything because I made a platform I made a picture that ke teng ke bokamoso ke mo stage ke teng mo university and people start to notice me even the management matona bo di HR da ba mbuka da this time this lady mbukile HR ko university a ga tlo go performa le tete or the guy who's running the marathon winner tete dijane ke tswa mo direla poem mo shapela poem performel there's a poem so some ke ipotse ke mana ke diretse batho ba tonna di performance di massive fela le deputy minister art and culture ke mo diretse poem so I think as a person you must create a platform for yourself and after we relax people will come to you but you must be a good person be a good best of the best sa tla ka platform nagana o dira something mara ha o se rate mara o batla go batho ba go itse batho ba batla bona ntho e teng o sa re wena a ke kutsi mara ha re ra sheba why it's not there you see
okotsi but how bolai must not be a snake must be a python a cobra but anyway Bokamoso thank you very much for allowing us to have a sit with you it's not every day that you get to sit with people who have figured this life thing out or I remember one musician said the same thing that you're saying or you must create a platform right? You must not be amongst the people you must leave and you must know when to leave it is a powerful thing especially in this business so people we are going to be leaving his contact details this one Kibona social Kibona social platforms because I see Facebook I see Facebook I see TikTok and I see WhatsApp and Instagram
ko Facebook ke Bokamoso Nkunyane that is my real name TikTok Makado the Poet that is my stage name for poetry WhatsApp 067-151-2634 khona go phone anytime ke available Instagram e khona ke teng Makado the Poet one thola email Bokamoso small letters elpaso21@gmail.com wa go nthola
all right man we are going to be leaving his details somewhere there make sure that you get them and if you want these books call him or text him on his WhatsApp just so you know where to get him and his book I don't know if both of them are on Amazon or is it just this one
it's this one and lengwe ya mavuso so na mare
Mavuso, once it's out, Batla, I must come and talk about that one. It was very interesting. That Mavuso at 10,000. But anyway, we'll see you on the next video, and thank you very much for liking. We see you. Thank you very much for subscribing to this page. We see you. We hope that you continue enjoying conversations that we are pitching out. Bye, people.